EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the Monterey Peninsula and Pebble Beach, live second-round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Well, if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. Our leader on this Friday is our featured golfer. He's on top by 3 as he gets set to begin play. So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. Gonna have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole. Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. He's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead. Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
No damage done after missing the first fairway, but he should like this one a little bit better here at number 2. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay III.
When you find yourself in the fairway on the second at Pebble, you have a great opportunity to take advantage of one of the easiest holes on the course.
That one had to feel good.
Yeah, it struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Yes, a great putt there. It's an eagle here at the second to move him to 2 under par. On to the 397-yard par 4 third, where some players drive it over the trees on the left to cut the dogleg, while others play it more conventionally. This is a pretty hole, the third, 397 yards, just a gentle dogleg to the left. And you do have the option, if you're longer, maybe you just take it up over those trees and cut the dogleg, leaving yourself very short shot in. Or you can play it out to the right, have a little bit more in, but still certainly with a good chance at birdie. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
127 yards, that's what he's looking at down the flagstick. Now the ball's sitting on a wee bit of a downslope, nothing too tasking.
A little long, as we can see, and a little to the right, but it's still makeable if you hit a good one.
That one just going to sneak on by. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Frank, this is where it becomes really obvious where you are. You're at Pebble Beach. There's the Pacific Ocean. And this begins that magnificent 7-hole stretch right along the ocean. A fun hole, not long, 331 yards up the hill. We're at the fourth.
Yeah, and each one of those 7 holes that you refer to, Rich, there's a common theme, which is don't look right, because that's pretty much the ocean the whole way around. And this one here, that decision has to be made. 330 to the front of the green. If there's a hint of a breeze, you could try and drive it. Otherwise, really, you've got to worry about that pot bunker. It's between 230 and 250 yards. But as I first said, do not go right.
Well, that's on a pretty good line so far. Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Oh man, the speed was spot on. A good putt, but nothing to show for it. Not much to that. It is a birdie here at 4, and he's got it to 14 under par. Here we are at the first par 3 at Pebble Beach. It's the 189-yard fifth. This was redesigned late last century by the great Jack Nicklaus, who has so much rich history here at Pebble Beach. Look at where that is going to wind up. That is as good as it gets. Let's see if he can knock this in. It's for birdie. Yeah, there's another one. Back-to-back birdies here at 4 and 5. He moves to 15 under. Well, now Pebble Beach begins to really open up with some of the most famous holes in the world. We'll begin with a 498-yard par 5/6. Pacific Ocean on the right and a row of bunkers on the left. Treacherous is a word that comes to mind. This started toward the left side. All right, in the fairway. really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
He's been automatic on this front side. This for birdie. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6 to 16 under par. Frank, the 7th tee is almost spiritual. You just want to hit a little baby wedge that kisses the clouds and drops softly on that green. Then you want to stare out at the Pacific just with a whole lot of gratitude.
Yeah, when I first played it, Rich, I couldn't help but be sort of in love with the beauty of the surrounds. Plus, I couldn't believe how short the hole was. And I thought, well, this is sort of, you could almost throw it on the screen. And then I played it on a windy day.
And now, problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. Frank, given how short this hole is, almost an unforgivable sin to miss the green. But there is redemption. Tom Kite demonstrated that on his way to winning the 1992 U.S. Open.
Yes, this very hole was actually the turning point. His round was slipping away, and he managed to miss those 6 greenside bunkers, which you'd think would be a blessing, but it was thick rough on that left side just past the flag. Pulled out his trusty sand iron, had a little chop at it, and the rest is history. He made 2 and went on to win his first and only major championship.
So he's able to finish off there for his par, and he'll stay at -5. We head now to the 416-yard 8th hole, one of the premier par 4s in golf. Fairway wood or long iron off the tee, giving way to a long approach over the cliffs and a yawning chasm below. Yeah, very controlled shot there with the iron on this short par 4, and that's going to be just fine. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Beautiful tee shot, great position looking at this green, and there are no easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the right. You have balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
Chance now for another birdie.
Now, Rich, I've been in there, I've taken a good look at this one, and I'm not seeing a lot in it. Up the slope, not a great deal of break. Confident roll required.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. He moves to 17 under par. Frank, as you know, depending on the time of year, you could see gray whales out on Carmel Bay, sea otters feeding on abalone, sea lions sunbathing on the rocks, or you could see none of it because this 9th hole absolutely demands your full attention.
Well, there's a different sort of mammal trying to play this hole. That first bunker on the left side, that shouldn't be in play, but this hole tilts so much from left to right, I think it sort of funnels you towards the sea otters and the whales. Now, it's in the first cut. There's always a little bit more grass around the ball that has to be factored in.
So now from that first cut, he is second to the par 4.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Nah, that's not going to come back enough. That'll stay on the high side. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And the scorecard's looking pretty good after 9 holes. That's a 29 6-under par. Starting the backside with a 444-yard par 4 10th, the last in this stretch along Carmel Bay, offering the widest fairway at Pebble, feeding left to right toward the water. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Pin in the back left today as he'll stare down this second to the par 4.
In my book, that's a good shot. You could really aim at the middle of just about every single green. If you did it all day long, some of those would finish up close, and you'd have plenty of birdie putts.
Oh, yes, plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie, and he's just continuing to pour it on here on this Friday.
Well, this is where Pebble Beach changes significantly. We're going away from the Pacific Ocean now, up the hill toward the forest. Frank, what do you think of the 11th hole?
Well, it's tricky, Rich. Number one, because it's blind, as you've detailed, but uphill and it's sea level, so that tee shot's not going to go that far. There is a run out down that left side, just inside the tree line there. That's about 308 yards, but you're not going to go that far. So really, this you have to respect this hole. Just hit a fairway fine. Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
Now Noda, his second from the fairway.
And 114 left to the hole, coming off a birdie at the previous hole, looking to go back-to-back.
And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
He ran in a long one a moment ago. This as well from downtown for another birdie. Yes, Nice, good start to this backside. Back-to-back birdies here at 10 and 11. And he continues to just build up a massive lead for the weekend. This 12th hole certainly not as famous as some of the other par 3s here at Pebble Beach, like number 7 or 17. But 12's a good one at 202 yards. Ideally, you want to work this right to left, just a baby draw, and try to get it to land softly because the green tends to be really firm. That's a difficult shot to execute, but he pulled it off and the ball is in a wonderful position. Should make this about 80% of the time. It's for birdie. Okay, that'll help the cause. It's a birdie here at number 12. He gets it to 20 under par.
Well, this par 4 13th hole doesn't show up on a lot of postcards the way, say, the 8th hole would. But, Frank, this is a legitimate and challenging par 4, isn't it?
It certainly is, Rich. 400 yards, but it plays longer than that by virtue of being uphill. But the addition of those 3 bunkers in on the right side have certainly shrunk the width of this fairway. Plus, it still tips from the right side to the left side. And you've got an uphill second shot. So, I've seen everything here. 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, you name it.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. So Iona, this his second from the fairway.
130 yards left to the flag. It's a nice round number. Pin, front right. It's a sneaky one.
Oh, that's not going to be good. Boy, all the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
Oh, no. Where was that going? Okay, that one finished off. It is a bogey here at unlucky number 13. Unfortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done. Well, in the world of professional golf, there are very few legitimate 3-shot par 5s left. This 582-yard par 5 14th at Pebble Beach is one of those holes. It is all you want.
While there's good bounces, there's bad bounces. That was a good one.
dear, that looks thick in there.
And for a short little shot, the heavy rough certainly makes things more difficult because the rough gets between the club face and the ball. But not bad, all things considered.
Nope, I could have erased the bogey from the previous hole, but no dice there. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is.
Here at the 15th, a good drive, Frank, would be right down the middle. A bad drive would be on 17-mile drive. As scenic as it is, it's not where you want to be, is it? It's out of bounds.
Well, you can't afford to go right. You can't afford to pay for that real estate on the right either. So, yeah, anything down there. And fortunately, it's a downhill tee shot. I know there's sort of four bunkers really down the left side, but really it's the pop bunker that has to be avoided.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that, another good drive here. So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. I think I'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. He's going to maintain that substantial lead. Now the heart begins to race a little bit because you know you're playing one of the greatest finishing stretches in the entire sport of golf. Starting with the 16th, it's only 400 yards. If you can carry that island bunker, you can jumpstart your run to the house with a birdie 3.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green. Now this for another birdie.
Not a ton in this, but you have to hit it firm.
Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16, and he's going to stay at 19 under par.
th hole here at Pebble Beach, all about history and all about beauty. Frank, what's the best way to make that 3 and get onto that 18th tee?
Well, first of all, it depends where the flag is cut, on the right side or the left side, because really this green is like a figure 8 on a 45-degree angle. On the left side, it's a much longer carry, and you've got to really hit your tee shot properly to make the ball carry that bunker and stop in time. On the right side, you can see, you go with a shorter club and the target is bigger.
Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand and a good chance to save par. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll remain right where he is. Well, here we are now at arguably the greatest finishing hole in golf. 536-yard par 5. Pacific Ocean, massive fairway bunker stretching more than 100 yards on the left, and cypress trees. Just a few of the things you need to contend with. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. What a good shot that is, home and 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. That may be a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Oh yeah, second eagle of the day. This one coming here at 18. So another look at the leaderboard, and you'll almost do a double take, Frank. Our featured golfer with a commanding lead through 36 holes.
So far, it's just been just a clinic again. I know I use that word a lot, Rich, but it looks like two different players. One at the top and, well, the chasers. Different league.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notable gave the third, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds